you some of the things I do with my puppy ears. And I'm so glad that you've purchased an Agile puppy. This video was intended for the follow-up of the puppies that I sold from my Prince and Princess litter here at Agile Shelties. I'm just going to review the first steps I did with your puppy. At 8 weeks, I put in a puppy brace, helping those ears up onto the top of the head. And I'm going to show you here with this lovely tablet. Tablet's young, he's 10 months old. And you know, normally we wouldn't do this with an adult dog. But Tablet's got the nice lean head set and ears that naturally sit almost touching on the top of his head when he's looking alert. So I know that I'm not going to damage his cartilage in his ears, and he's going to sit patiently for us, because I'm not so sure that baby dog will be such a good demonstration, because I'm going to do her ears and show you the second step of the tip after I show you what I've done at 8 weeks for these babies right at rehome time. So here I've got a little bit of water and I'm putting the paper towel down, and it's because I want to try to keep the glue off the top of the head of the dog, and it's going to help you see the difference in the hair. So to get the ears level, I'm lining up the tips, and I'm making sure that inside edges are level between my fingers, and I'm brushing the hair forward a bit, because that's where I'm going to put my glue. So because he's a little bit older, we have a bit more hair growth, and I'm just snipped off that little piece that was sticking out past the rest, because I want this little series of hairs from the head to halfway up that ear to be all standing up so I can put some glue on it. Then when it's done and I'm holding it here with my right hand, they'll be held together by the hair on the inside edge of those ears. So paper down, ear tips together, pulling those hairs between the ears forward, and that's where I'm going to put the glue, right there where I'm pinching it together with my right hand. With my finger there, I just flipped the hair forward, making sure there was many strands. So here's my little blob of glue. You see I got to work it into the hair a little bit. I want to try to catch equal hair from each side of the part here. It's stuck on my finger and it rolls off easy. So now I'm going to kind of pinch it together. You'll see my left hand is keeping these ears together stable. My right hand has pulled the glue together. And I'm just going to hold it probably 20 seconds. What a good boy Tablet is. He's so cooperative. This doesn't hurt puppies. You see how cooperative. Of course, he's a good boy. I might have to give him some cookies in a minute. So I'm just playing with that, making sure the hairs are all forward. I can feel a little bit of a piece sticking up here. So I'm going to stick my finger up behind here in a second. I'm going to see if I have enough glue behind, because it's going to take a lot of stress at the bottom of this glue bit. Oh yes, I've got little bits everywhere. So you see I'm putting my finger in just above his head without putting too much stress on these ears. I don't want to break the cartilage. I just want to help the ears move, stay on top of his head as this head grows on a puppy. So I'm getting a little bit more glue here, and I'm just going to put it behind that first blob. I want to make sure I have enough glue to hold at the base of this ear. There we go. And again, I'm going to hold it. What a good boy. Tablet, you're so beautiful. So I pull out the little paper. No ears are stuck on his head. The ears are pulled together at the bottom of the ear. That actually helps flatten out the ear so that tip will come more easily without as much resistance. So that would be your first step in your gluing of your puppy ears. I do this for a couple of weeks until it starts to come out, or until I've got ears standing straight up. So now I'm going to show you the ear tip part. You'll come along one day and your puppy's ears will be sticking up and they'll look like this, and you'll say, Wooly, which is my girl. Today at 9.5 weeks, we're going to tip her ears forward. So here's my plan. I need to reduce a bit of the hair. I want it only a 1/2 inch long or shorter. 1/2 inch is actually perfect. I'm brushing the hair forward. And I'm just cutting off extra because I don't want those long hairs to interfere, stick out the sides. I don't want them being pulled from other parts. So I'm going to use my little pea-size glue. This is Speed Sew, of course. Tablet says, I don't want to lean that way. Just move the shoulder around. It helps me position his body. Okay, so I'm going to put this glue on the inside tip. You see how it's a little bit off center? This glue is going to be slightly off center to the inside. And it's about a 1/2 pea size. There we go. Now I'm going to find a spot on the inside edge again, around the spot where I've done the gluing of the brace. I want it fairly low on the edge and the ear meat there, and I'm going to connect these 2 dots. But see this here? There's no glue there. It's important that we don't glue the whole inside. We don't want to crimp it over like a piece of paper. We want to round it over. So I folded it, matching my 2 spots. I'm holding gently, not to squeeze the glue out. Again, 10, 15, 20 seconds. Just holding lightly between my thumb and my longest finger. Okay, so I want to make sure that that tip is rounded. I'm going to use these scissors together. They're not sharp, of course. You could use a pencil or a straw. If I could push it right through and I see the tip coming out the other side, it's loose enough that I could spin my scissors around. There we go, one ear's done. We're going to move along to the second ear. Again, a little tip to the inside of that top roundy tip. I'm going to look for the anchor spot, following that inside edge here. It's on the hair. I need a little bit more. It's on the hair here. And again, no glue between those 2 dots. I'm going to match up my dots, and I'm going to take a look right away, make sure we're fairly even. I have to look at the fold, not the hair. I can look through the hair at the bottom of it. I can see the dark fold of the skin, because I'm going to fix that hair in a minute. He's such a good boy. Well, a little disgruntled cooperation. So let's see what we've got. Move the hair back up. Let's fluff up behind the ears a little bit, and the ear tips a little bit. That's how it's going to look. I'm just going to fix this hair a little bit. What a good boy, buddy. This is just hair from the back of the ear and the top of the ear. Ha ha ha. Sorry about the view. That's a good boy, tablets. Here, have a cookie, buddy. What a good boy. So there we go. Ears braced up. Tips forward. Puppy's doing good. He doesn't mind. You want to check and make sure you don't have any hairs caught. If you've got a stray hair from outside where the brace is, you'll notice your puppy's scratching more. So I always brush twice. You'll find that there's stuff that comes up the second time. Get some little bit of rough happening. Smooth his cheeks back. We like this little part upward and backward. Back towards the bum. Yeah. Oh, tablet, you're so cute. I do find, see, we can see that little brace here. The glue will darken over the day or two. Make sure we're together. I'll show you on the next puppy how the ear canal is open for access and easy cleaning. We can look in the side of his ears and see the whole ear canal. Here you go, buddy. Do you like some liver? Okay, we're halfway through. Let's move from the puppy brace to a full puppy set using Speed Sew, of course. My product of choice. I need a model for this. This is 9.5-week-old Shetland sheepdog, Tiana. I've named her Agile Ice Princess. I noticed the other day, 2 days ago, a couple days ago anyway, her ears going straight up. So it's time to take the second step. Here she is. Sweet baby. I'm really happy with this little baby. My brace, I'm going to check it out. I've got that. That brace is still holding well. I feel like I've got quite a bit of hair from each side. It's not likely to pull out real soon. A little chunk there, I've just trimmed that back. You want to keep our work tidy. I'll stick my finger right through, of course. I'm going to have a look at these little ear tips. So this is a good time. I haven't bathed this dog in the last week or so. So I think I'm going to collect my ear cleaning stuff here, and maybe I'll put some ear cleaner in there. I'm looking for long hair. I'm sorry it's behind the words. So just like I did the tablet, I'm going to brush this hair forward a little bit. Looks okay. On the inside of the ear leather, there we go. I'm leaving, she says. So I'm going to put a bit of ear cleaner in here. You can see when this ear is folded forward, I'm going to be able to see right into this whole ear canal if it needs cleaning again. There's lots of air circulation because my ear tip is going to be sitting here. See, my ear is still easily exposed for maintenance, cleaning, and good health. Here we go, a couple of drops of Audi Scrub, foaming ear cleansing solution for cats and dogs. I bought this at my veterinarian's office. 1 or 2 drops in each ear. It says apply a few drops to the ear canal massage at the base of the ear to help break up accumulated wax and debris and crusts. So then I'm going to dry it a little bit. I don't want it soaking wet. It'll also pick up any debris in her ears. They're pretty clean, which is kind of surprising, frankly. I guess that's the bright side of having snow yards. I'm going to dry right up to the top with my little paper towel around my finger. I'm not digging in her ears. I'm just cleaning the ear leather. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, having a look. Nice clean ear. I trimmed the little tips last time I did their ears at 8 weeks. So it's been about 10 or 11 days since I did these the first time. I've got Kirsten here helping me. Better to be safe when I've got a bit of glue. I don't want Puppy flipping her head around. I also get my little bit out on a paper towel and I move it out of the way. Okay, so let's have a look. There's my ear tip. I'm going to apply this little piece of paper. I don't really need it for this stage, but I think it'll help you see the difference between the two ears and see what's going on, because there's just hair everywhere. Okay, glue to inside there to here. Bottom anchor down here. And I'm going to fold it over. Look, I can still see that outside edge. All right. This is like a half a pea size on my finger. More is not better. A little glob. I'm going to go down here on the hair on the inside edge. Roll the bit off my finger. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about my hair. There we go. Kristen helped move her head a little bit. Fold it over, hold it gently. Make sure I have got a nice roundy edge in there. You can use a pencil, you know. There's lots of thin, not sharp, roundy things. I used to be really worried. I used to use a straw. I used to wrap it around a straw. Oop, got glue on my fingers. Pizza rolls off pretty nicely if you haven't got too big a blob. Okay, second ear. At the top inside edge. And the anchor coming down on the bottom. Thank you. That's a good puppy. Again, nothing in the middle. Matching my two spots. Keeping that inside edge straight. Oh, good puppy. Again, 10 or 15, 20 seconds. This isn't as critical as the brace. It's going to have pressure right away. This is not. But you know, as soon as you put her down, she's going to shake her head. So sometimes I walk around with them for a couple of minutes, love them up, and okay, out with the paper. Let's brush up a baby. You know, we want to have our tools together before we have our puppy on the table. We want to be organized because they're not very patient. So I'm moving right along. Let's brush up the hair a little bit. Kirsten's still helping keep her safe. I'm just getting any little guys that are sticking out above the rest. Kind of want to maintain a roundy shape that's happening. I'll show you here in a sec. Roundy shape. Ears are still holding good. What a good baby. Okay, this is just water. I'm going to smooth down her cheeks a little bit. We want a lean back skull. Puppies tend to have these lots of fur sticking everywhere. I got her little bandana with Tiana on it. My gosh, she's a little lady. It's hard to believe. 9.5 weeks ago, she was 5.5 ounces. There we have my little girl and her puppy ears. There'll be more changes as we grow and this comes out, but this is where we start. I don't do a lot of removing of glue. I learned that if I keep taking stuff out, I lose too much hair. The more hair I leave, the longer I can use speed sew. Thanks again.